in the kneading bowls. Yes, they shall be in the house of their servants, their bed chamber, their bed. Yes. Yes. What was the wrong of what is the what difficulty would he experience if the frogs are everywhere? Yes. Yes.
Okay, personally I could say that one of the challenges that they experienced it was hunger, because the frogs were everywhere, including their utensils. So it means that they could not cook for those days or for the time which the frogs were present before Moses entreated the Lord for the sake of Pharaoh and Egypt.
Very good. One clap for him. So as he said, I can add to it what he said. They were nuisance. Yes, they were everywhere, right? So they could do nothing in peace. That's why after they died, they were collected in what? Heaps. How did the magicians try to prove their power? Read us that verse. Raise up your hand, you read us that verse. How did the magicians try? Someone raise up your hand. Yes. Verse
7.
Verse 7.
And the magicians did the same by their secret arts, and brought frogs upon the land of Egypt.
Yes. So the magicians did the same, and they brought what? Frogs. More frogs. They wanted to prove they have power, but instead they brought even more what? Frogs. Which lessons did the Egyptians learn from this? What lessons do you learn? Yes? Yes, very good. God is very powerful. One clap for him. One clap for the one who read the verse. Very good. God is very powerful, right? Yes. Then we go to Exodus chapter 16 to 19. Listen carefully. Then the Lord said to Moses, say to Aaron, stretch out your rod and strike the dust of the earth, that it may become gnats throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so. Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and struck the dust of the earth. And there came gnats on man and beast. All the dust of the earth became gnats throughout all the land of Egypt. The magicians tried by their secret arts to bring forth gnats, but they could not. So there were gnats on man and beast. And the magician said to Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he would not listen to them, as the Lord had said. That is the word of the Lord. So gnats are just like what? Yes? Yes, they are like fleas. And so they were where? Everywhere, right? They were everywhere. So, how did the magicians react to this plague? Raise up your hand. How did they react? Yes? Yes. So, what they wanted is, they also wanted to show their power. Yes? They tried also to bring forth the what? The gnats. Yes? But they could not be able to. This is verse 18. Go to verse 18. The magicians tried by their secret arts to bring forth gnats, but they could not. So, and the magician said to Pharaoh, this is the finger of the what? The Lord. What makes this plague different from the first two? It is different because the other two, the magicians were able to do. Yes? They were able to change water still into blood. Yes? The water in the Nile. They were able to also bring forth frogs. So, turning the water into blood and bringing frogs, these ones, they were not able to bring the gnats. What did the plague of gnats symbolize about God's power? It is beyond human experience, right? You cannot have more power than God. God is very powerful. Then we go to chapter 8, verse 20 to 32. Listen carefully. (20 to 32). Then the Lord said to Moses, "Rise up early in the morning and wait for Pharaoh, as he goes out to the water, and say to him, 'Thus says the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if you will not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies on you and your servants and your people, and into your houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be filled with swarms of flies, and also the ground on which they stand. But on that day I will set apart the land of Goshen, where my people dwell, so that no swarms of flies shall be there, that you may know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. Thus I will put a division between my people and your people. By tomorrow shall this sign be.' And the Lord did so. There came great swarms of flies into the house of Pharaoh and into his servants' houses, and in all the land of Egypt, and the land was ruined by reason of the flies. Then Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, 'Go sacrifice to your God within the land.' But Moses said, 'It would not be right to do so, for we shall sacrifice to the Lord our God offerings abominable to the Egyptians. If we sacrifice offerings abominable to the Egyptians before their eyes, will they not stone us? We must go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God, as he will command us.' So Pharaoh said, 'I will let you go to sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only you shall not go very far away. Make entreaty for me.' Then Moses said, 'Behold, I am going out from you, and I will pray to the Lord that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. Only let not Pharaoh deal falsely again by not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord.' So Moses went out from Pharaoh and prayed to the Lord. And the Lord did as Moses asked, and removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Not one remained. But Pharaoh hardened his heart this time also, and did not let the people do what? Go. So, how did God protect the Israelites during this plague? What did he do? It is on verse, yes? Yes. Verse 22. But on that day I will set apart the land of Goshen, where my people dwell, so that no swarms of flies shall be there. Yes? So in the land of Goshen, where his people were, the Israelites, there were no what? There were no flies. Why do you think Pharaoh's heart was hardened despite the suffering? Why was his heart hard? Yes? Why was his heart hard? Yes? Yes? Yes?
I can say that Pharaoh's heart was hardened because God is the one who wanted to showcase his power upon, or he wanted to showcase his power through Pharaoh by hardening his heart so that he may strike him and reveal his power to the sons of men.
Yes, one clap for him. What does the protection of Goshen teach us about God? When Goshen did not have any flies, what does it teach about us? Yes? Yes, God protects his what? One clap for him. Very good. And I told you to write there. Are you going to go right? Yes. Can you go right?